Okay, this video is going to be concerning the truth about Jesus Christ. Did he really exist? First, let's break it down. Now, this shit is esoteric. And the reason why I say it's esoteric is because the Bible is a esoteric book. And it is a futuristic book. It's a book of prophecies, things that haven't fulfilled themselves yet. Some things have fulfilled themselves, but dealing with Jesus Christ. The word Jesus came from Horus, and Horus represents a person being in the higher self or a functional pineal gland, meaning that the pineal gland is actually activated. It is actually lit because the electrical current has hit the pineal gland, which is a miniature universe. And the word Christ, meaning one anointed with oil, comes from the word Christos, meaning the one anointed with oil, because once the pineal gland is on the verge of being awakened, the pituitary gland spews out a oily liquid. And this oily liquid is a liquid light, and it causes the pineal gland to awaken. And that is Horus, or that is Christ, or Jesus, awakening from death, from the death stage. So, did Jesus really exist? Yeah, because Jesus could be anybody. Because when you read in the book of Corinthians, it says that Jesus Christ is within you. Basically, if you awaken your electrical current, kundalini, and you have a functional pineal gland, you are a living Jesus. So you have people like Simeon Toko. Y'all got to research Simeon Toko. And Simeon Toko was one that had these supernatural abilities to regenerate itself, even after the Belgian army had cut his heart out. He put his own heart back in his body and healed himself. He summoned a little small army of Twas, or best-like beings, like 1,000 of them, and witnesses saw it. So this shit is actually real, and you can see pictures of Simeon Toko. And also in these beings, just one of them flipped a truck over with one arm. They were in their God self. Their Kundalini energy was flowing. So yes, Jesus Christ, when understood, is real, but it is esoteric and it is futuristic. So this is why when you read the book Ascension Mysteries by David Wilcox, there's a chapter called the Black Jesus Project. Even though Wilcox doesn't give the name of who the CIA is after, but I know he's talking about Simeon Toko, because based off other research I did, it just relate too much with one another. So just based off the laws of correspondence, I knew that he's talking about Simeon Toko, but based on that book, he said that the CIA, anytime they find these people with these type of gifts, they feel that they are a threat and they annihilate them. Well, they found out about a black guy in Africa, and for my research, when I was researching it, the only person that I could find that had supernatural powers in Africa that really stood out was Simeon Toko, Simeon Bunku. So anyway, they cut him up in pieces and shit. His body regenerated itself. They ran over him with a tractor, back and forth. His body regenerated, and Simeon Toko was doing miraculous things. He was healing people. He was able to materialize and dematerialize by raising his vibratory rate. What else? Simeon Toko, when you read him, research him, this is a Jesus Christ, because Jesus Christ is the title. It's not an actual person. The word Christ is a title, and the word Jesus comes from the word Horus. And if you know anything about Horus, like I said, it literally means that your pineal gland is functional. So anyway, Simeon Toko, once you research him, he showed up in the office of the people that orchestrated his hit, and he told them that I'm gonna go. But he said that in the near future, he said no, he said because your desire to get rid of me is so strong, I am gonna go. I'm gonna leave. Then he said, but just know that in the near future, there are going to be millions like me, and there's nothing you're going to be able to do. So This is a futuristic thing, and it has a lot to do with the Aquarian constellation and the evolutionary energy in man, that is the dormant kundalini. But everybody is not going to be able to be in their God self, like I said, because everybody don't have a functional pineal gland. So, because melanated beings have, out of everybody, the most functional pineal gland, this will cause the black race or melanated race to be a living Christ, or Jesus Christ. Even the word Jesus is similar to the word He's us, because that's who He is, because He was beat with whips, hung on a fucking tree, which ain't nothing but a big ass board, a cross. That ain't nothing but a goddamn board. That's wood. So He's basically hung on a fucking tree, and that's talking about black people. That shit futuristic. And that shit metaphysical too. So anyway, because the pineal gland was killed, it was basically, I won't say killed, but it became dormant after our Luciferic energy fell from heaven, which is the kundalini. It fell from heaven and went to the pits of hell, which is your root chakra. So, and the root chakra is the lower chakra that we possess. So, since it's not functional right now, the pineal gland is dormant. It's not active. But once Lucifer goes back into heaven, this is why Jesus and Lucifer are considered the morning star, because they actually are one and the same when understood metaphysically and understood esoterically. So, this is the truth about Jesus. So you can read books like the Emerald Tablets, where those said that in the far future, that we, the children of Cam, or the children of Egypt, will be the most greatest beings in the universe. And the Bible, it talks about the same thing. See, when you read the book Stolen Legacy by George G.M. James, Herodotus states that the Egyptian high priests had a power that was of supernatural abilities. They could cause stuff to levitate with their minds. They were telepathic. They could control the weather with their minds. They had a supernatural ability. And this makes them a Jesus, and so many other words, doing miraculous things. So once the word Jesus is understood, because it comes from the word Horus. And if you know anything about Horus, Horus is basically your higher self. It's when you in your God self. So understanding the root word of the word Jesus, then you will know that the Egyptian high priest was actually a Jesus. Jesus is not a one-person being. Jesus Christ is not a one-person being. It is all of us. It is a state of consciousness, and it is the divine spark that is in us combined with the pineal gland being activated. So you have Lucifer, which is the light bringer, which is the kundalini energy, which is a electrical current that goes up your tree of life, or Jacob's ladder, because Jacob wrestled with the angel, and the angel is Lucifer, which is the light bringer. He wrestled with the angel. Basically, he was wrestling, trying to meditate his kundalini up his spinal cord, or his serpentine cosmic coiled up energy up his spinal cord. And like the Bible said, once he conquered the angel, which is the kundalini energy, he saw the face of God, and he called him what? Pineal, and basically pineal gland. So, and the pineal gland is a miniature universe. So, this is the true teachings, the esoteric teachings that you won't find in religions. This is that which is hidden, the occult teachings. Not a cult, but occult. The word occult means that which is hidden. It is the esoteric teachings. It is the true teachings of who you truly are. But y'all don't know. So if there was ever such thing as a Jesus Christ, which is a title, you have Simeon Toko, you have the Egyptian high priest, you have other beings that reach the God stage. So you have books by Gobi Krishna, the Kundalini evolutionary energy in man, where he backs up what I'm saying. He achieved a portion of the godlike stage. Hell, I have too. I raised my Kundalini, so I know what it's like. Okay? It's not that you become a god consistently. You experience that realm as long as the electrical current is up. Once you start the microcosmic orbit, you can stay in that state. I ain't do that now. I just my Kundalini went up and I did some miraculous shit. So You can do it. Anybody can do it because we all possess Kundalini. Well, except those that don't have a functioning pineal gland. You it's not gonna work with you. So these words like Jesus Christ, Christ, Muhammad, Buddha, these are just titles. It wasn't a person per se. Okay, anybody can be a Jesus Christ. Anybody can be a Buddha. Anybody can be a Muhammad. The word Muhammad means one worthy of praise. The word Buddha means the awakened one. The word Christ means cosmic consciousness. Basically, your higher self, anointed with the oil that the pituitary gland spews out, as well as the pineal gland. And the pineal gland secretes a oil called the talia, which is the ancients called the dew of the gods. And this regenerates the whole body. So this is the esoteric teachings and the truth of Jesus Christ. This is why it was preserved. This is why it has been kept alive. Otherwise, the people would have shed it off and it would have become a dead knowledge. No one would have known it. Because you can't hide something that is divine and that is of universal order. Because all beings that live on different planets possess this same ability. Those that are of natural order or of the cosmos, they possess this same ability as we do. This is why we are one. After the ego is killed, of course. They all possess Kundalini and a pineal gland. Functional pineal gland. Like I said, this is why these teachings were preserved. It's the inner thing. It's an inner thing. It's the kingdom that's within you. Not all this searching outside you type shit. That counts the most. And this is what it's talking about. Like I said, it is esoteric. So yes, Jesus is he's us. So like when you read in the Bible and it say, Jesus said, keep going till you see the man by the well with the pitcher in his hand. He's talking about the Aquarian constellation. All right. And he also talks about the ages. Keep going till, you get to the end of the age and shit and talking about the Aquarian constellation, because the Aquarian constellation is going to cause our electrical current to raise up on its own. And this is going to put us in our God self. So this is why there are so many attempts on the life of black people to get rid of them, because they know exactly who you are when you don't know who you are, because you were taught everything outside of yourself through slavery to search for a God other than yourself, which is the real you, because the physical body is not you. The physical body is just a vehicle in a prison house, but it is a conductor to transmit the electrical current or the luciferic energy or Lucifer the light bringer or the Kundalini to the surface to activate the God that is in you. So the physical body is a conductor, but it is also a prison house because it suppresses the soul or the electrical current from coming to the surface because it is smothered with the ego. Think about this shit now. It is something that you basically personally have to experience on your own to truly understand. Because the average human, a human-minded person, can't grasp their mind around what I'm saying, because they think so less of themselves and they put all their great energy outside of themselves to see greatness in something other than who they are. So for people like that, I'm pretty sure this shit gonna go right through one ear. It might not even go through it. It just might bounce right off shit. So anyway, y'all gotta do y'all own research. So I would, I can give a couple books that'll give information on it. You can read Gobi Krishna's book, Kundalini, The Evolutionary Energy in Man, by Gobi Krishna. You can read think of another good one. The Source Field Investigations by David Wilcox. You can also read The Emblem Tablets by Thoth the Atlantean, but it's written by Maurice Dorrell. Also, Ancient Egypt, Light of the World by Jerry Massey. Just go to the Gnostic teachings of Jesus Christ. But that shit kind of like esoteric. So if you ain't deep into your code and nothing like that, you really ain't gonna understand it. Just like the Bible, you can get information out the Bible concerning the truth of Jesus. You just gotta know the esoteric teachings of it. Therefore, you'll be able to understand it as well as the Quran, because that shit is esoteric. You'd have to know the occult teachings or the esoteric teachings of both of those books to understand it. Otherwise, you ain't gonna understand the shit. Everything is gonna be external to you and not internal. And yet the Bible tell you that the kingdom is within. So go within. And then Jesus say he was the morning. Then Jesus say that he was the morning star. That's an electron. That's the electrical current. And then Lucifer say that he was the morning star too. And don't Lucifer call himself the light bringer? And then Jesus say he was the truth in the light. They're the same fucking beings. Okay, this shit esoteric. And what is that? That's the electrical current, which is a beam of electricity. It is the it's nothing but electrons. Okay, man. Y'all gotta research shit on y'all own. And what is that? What are they doing? They're working together. So Jesus say, ye are gods, children of the Most High God, and the scriptures can't be broken. But Lucifer is actually showing you how to become a god by eating an apple. And Lucifer is what? The serpent, which is the light bringer. And the tree of life is the spinal cord. And what does Lucifer do? Lucifer is the light bringer, aka Kundalini energy. It goes up the spinal cord and it eats what? I won't say it eat it, but it damn sure bring light to the apple, which is the pineal gland, which is a miniature universe, which is Jesus, aka Horus, which is aka the pineal gland. And once this electrical current hits the pineal gland, it awakens. It is no more Osiris, the god that was killed, put in a bandage. How can I say this shit? Mummified, dormant. So you get the Immaculate Conception. And the Immaculate Conception comes from the electrical current awakening Osiris, which is a dormant pineal gland, and it becomes Heru, which is a fully functional pineal gland. These are the secrets that have been hidden in secret societies for ages that I am bringing forth. So I saved a lot of y'all a lot of time from researching the shit. But like I said, you can research shit. Also read Manly P. Hall book, The Secret Teachings of the Ages. A lot of the information that I gave is in that book. So I just don't make up this shit on my own. Now I can speak from personal experience because I have experience raising my electrical current. I know what it's like. So, but I say that for another time, because this title is this subject is basically based on the truth of who Jesus Christ is. But I just wanted to touch on a couple things concerning Jesus Christ. But until then, y'all research stuff on y'all own. This is why I love giving out book references, so nobody can't say, oh, this nigga just making this shit up. No, I ain't making up shit. There's some shit other folks have said, but I know that the shit is factual because I've actually experienced being in my God self, awakening my electrical current, aka Kundalini energy, aka Luciferic energy, aka Lucifer. And don't let the word Lucifer scare y'all. God damn. Just a fucking word. A word can't hurt you. Damn. Not unless you let it have power over you. But anyway, they're just titles. These Lucifer, Jesus, Christ, Buddha, Vishnu, Brahma. These are titles. Okay? Shit. Muhammad. These are titles. Damn, just research the shit. Find out the meaning of these names and you'll see. I ain't making this shit up. But until then, y'all research stuff on y'all own. Peace.